Alright, welcome to the last video on, I think I'll go down here again, on our Scratch game. And so today I'm just going to show you some of the last kind of finishing touches to make sure this game works pretty well and hopefully there's no glitches. And so let's begin to take a look at what the game does. Right away, when you press the game, I notice the score comes up as 0. That would be something that I would consider as a tiny glitch. That, well, at least something I don't want to have. I think I only want the score to appear when you're at the actual level of game. So that's an easy-ish fix to do. Well, quite easy fix to do. I'm just gonna look to see where we deal with score. I guess that's in the star, isn't it? Yeah. So when we set score to 0, let's have it so that we can't see the score. So I'll go to variable. Now you can just uncheck it and that'll make it disappear there. But I want to hide variable score. And the reason why I'm going to say hide there is because we're going to make it we're going to show it in level 1. So if you play it again, we don't want it to keep showing for this part. So show variable score, we're going to have that when I receive level 1, which I don't have here. So I'm going to create that. Let me zoom in a bit so you know what I'm doing here. So go ahead, go to, now I got this from variables, this show variable. It's drop speed, but I can change that to score. And under events, when the green flag is clicked, I don't want that one. I want when I receive create star. I want to change that to level 1. So when I receive level 1, we're going to show the score. So now, when we take a look at the game, you see score doesn't show up until the actual level starts. Okay, so now let's take a look at a few other things here. For instance, this dying right away business is a little bit aggressive for the start of a game. So I think I'm going to go and change that. And also, I want to change how many these, I guess convertibles is what they're called, how many of these actually show up to get crashed into. Right now it's just one of them. You can see here in this code here, when I receive parked car, then it goes to the location and creates that parked car, that convertible. So let's go into platforms. That is where I have decided to put all the code that says what should happen. I'll turn my phone off so you don't have to hear notifications. Okay. So here you can see parked car came out first. Now the reason I put broadcast parked car right here is because I wanted to test it out. But now that I've tested it out and it works pretty good, I want to take it out of there and I want to probably bring it to the next, at least down to the next set. So here I have create a clone of myself while it's talking about the platform. So I create a platform and then another platform and then I create a star, and now here I create another platform. So I'm going to put the parked car in there. So now when I run the game, I should have a little bit of time to get used to the game before I have to jump. Now I'm noticing that that I have it right here and it's going to be impossible to jump that unless I go above. And so, well, that's okay, but I'm going to actually make it a tiny bit easier. Let's see, because the platform height was too high. I'm going to put it down even one more. Alright, so now when I run the game, I should have a section here where I can't die, where I can get stars and stuff like that, and then a section where I get it. Now, one thing would be nice actually is maybe to have some kind of well, I don't know. This is up to you whether you want to have some sort of like noise or some notification that convertible is going to show up. So instead of just going to this location and showing and then going through, you could go to that location, you could almost have it blink a couple times and then go. I just thought about that on the fly, so let's just see how easy that would be. So go to that location, show, and then we want to blink a couple times before it actually moves, and that'll just give you a heads up and say, okay, it's time to notice. So in here, that's where we do it. So I'm going to just break that code there, bring it down here, and we're going to create a thing that basically shows it, then hides it, shows it, then hides it, that kind of thing. So show, then hide, but you want to have some sort of under control. You can maybe wait a second in between. 1 second's way too long. Let's go point. Let me try 0.2. That might be too quick. And I'll repeat this. This whole show high business. Oh, and I need to have a wait after the hide, otherwise it'll go from hide to show really quick. So show hide, we'll do that a bunch of times. Now when just before it actually moves, we're gonna actually have it show. So 10 times, that's gonna be probably too many, but we'll just see what it looks like. So if I click on this, it's gonna blink a bunch of times, and then it's going to drive. So yeah, 10 times, way too many. Maybe 3 times is all we need. Let's try that now. Ooh, even 2 times maybe. So it goes blink, blink, and then the 3rd time it blinks on, it's going. Let's just see how that works in the game. So press play. Oh, I see that it's there. Oh yeah. Big panic. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, I mean, I know because I made this that I should jump on this level right here, and then I can clear the car. However, I feel like there should be a bit of a notification as well with the sound. I don't know if the pop sound. Pop. Let's try a different sound. Could use the dog barking in the background right now. Okay, what would be alert? Okay, let's just try that one. Okay, I'm not sure if this is gonna kill the vibe of the game or not, but let's just put it in there. So we're gonna just play the sound. I'm gonna just have it play it once. Play sound alert like that, just before it does all the repeating. And let's just see how that plays in the game. We might have to change the volume of it. Yeah, it's not bad actually. I feel like I want to make this 0.1 seconds because I want that car to be underneath the, let's try that, underneath the platform, so that I can easily jump it if I hit the platform. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Alright, so that's good. Now, how can we make more convertibles show up? Let's go back to the platform. And, oh, this has got to say something interesting. Okay. So where we have the parked car there, that's good. Let's, oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Just want to duplicate that one, put it back there, and I want to put this parked car somewhere else. And I think I want it to have, it could be at a different stage, but for now I'm going to keep it like that there. Okay, so as I drive now, another parked car should show up. It'll be a little bit later on, so all I have to do is avoid the first parked car. Yeah, that sound was good. Gave me enough notice. Now this other parked car will show up eventually here. Yeah. Perfect. Good. Excellent. So you can now create as many platforms as you want. You'll notice that I don't go too much further here, but you can keep going down and add more and more, kind of make the level that you want. And you can have platforms where you have to be up at certain platforms. You know, you decide how you want to do that. Now, the other thing I wanted to change was what happens if you collect all your stars right now. So if you collect 3 stars, what happens is the game keeps on playing. So I'll just show you what I mean by that. So I want to collect all the stars I can. So it says you win. Oh, no, sorry. That's not a problem. That's good. You win. The problem is if you don't collect all the stars, the level, it'll just keep going forever. So there needs to be a point where at the end of all, like right now you only have to collect 3 stars, but I'll try not to collect any or too many stars here. It's going to force me to collect 2, I think. Yeah, but now I can keep going. Now you'll notice that the level keeps going as well, which is not really ideal, because this is kind of like a glitch at the end of the game. So I need to decide on, is it okay? Did you pass the level? Is it okay not to collect all the stars, or do you need to collect all the stars, and if you go through the level without collecting them all, you end up losing? I'm going to do it so that you'll lose if you go through all the level. And so that's where we're at the end of the platforms. And if you have not collected all the stars, and maybe here at the end I'll wait maybe 2 seconds just to make sure that everything cycles through. And then I'll check to see if you have all the stars. So how do I do that? I'm going to go... well, actually, if you don't have all the stars, well, let's put the if statement in there anyway. So if, and we'll go score. That's how we're checking to see if you have stars or not. If score is less than, and right now 3 is how many. What that would be less than. If it's less than 3 stars, and again, you can change it so there's, you know, you need 10 stars or whatever you want, then you'd put that number in. If score is less than 3, then we're going to say broadcast. That's under events, broadcast, and game over. Okay, so broadcasting game over. Let's just see if that works. I'm just going to, sorry. Let me just click on this right now. Yeah, so I hopefully it'll go to the game over screen. Just we'll test this all out once, and we'll see how that works. So again, I don't want to collect all the 3 stars, but I also don't want to die because I want to see. Okay, so I should be able to just sit there. There it is. Game over. Didn't do it. So that's a good way. Now there's not really any loopholes here. I think everything's kind of cleaned up. Again, I can add more features and everything, but it's good at some point to clean everything up. Now, what I want to do now is throw in my credits, and then I think I've got everything done. Because to replay this game, you just click on this. You could create a replay button. But it's already built into the game. So and the other thing is I mean you can add some more things instead of just raindrops, but you could add some other things, some more vehicles. You can add things that come across. Different colored stars give you different points, or some stars are you know, actually hurt you or slow you down. You can change the speed of your car, have it go really fast, or like you can go faster and faster if you want to. To change the speed of the car, for instance, you would go into the car, and the speed is, let's see here, it's when you move in the X direction. So I'm just going, oh yeah, here we go. Forever change X by -15. Oh, that's if you go left and right. Yeah, okay. So you can adjust these. So instead of by 10, when you press the right arrow, it could go faster. But I think, oh, I know why it's not here. It's the trees. It's an illusion. So yeah, you got to make the trees and the clouds move faster and the stars move faster. So right now, they're moving at a speed of -10. So instead of -10, you could create a variable. I'm not going to do this just because it's going to get quite a bit more complicated. But you could make a variable, call it, you know, like I'm going to cancel that. You can call it game speed or something like that, and then set it to -10, put in game speed here, and then you could actually make it -11, -12, -15, -20, and things will go faster and faster across the screen. As far as the trees will, at least, and the clouds could be a variation. If I had a lot more time here, we could do that, and I mean, we can update this game forever and ever. So we're not going to do that though. But you can feel free to try. Now the last thing I want to do is add credits. So we have our logo screen, our start menu, logo, start menu, level 1, game over, you win screen, and we're going to add another one. So I'm just going to, actually I kind of want the road to be there too. So I'm going to duplicate level 1 here. So right click on that, duplicate it. Now it says level 2, so this is level 1, level 2. I'm going to bring level 2 all the way to the bottom, and I'm actually going to change the costume thing to call credits. And I can change the color of the background if I want to, but essentially I want to have credits up there. So do I want to change the color? Let's see. What would be a nice credit screen color? Sure. Yellow. That's probably not the best, but anyway. And now credits, I could actually make the credits scroll over top. And so if I'm going to do that, I shouldn't put my credits on here as text. I should make that a new object. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So right now it's just going to, credit screen is going to be blank. And I'm going to add a new sprite. I'm going to paint a new sprite. So if I click on that, I'm going to just add my own text here. And so here's where you want to source where you got everything. Now in my game, everything is either from scratch or I made myself. So you might be thinking, okay, well, of course it's on scratch, so why do you have to credit anything? Anyway, just get into the habit of doing it. And I'll just show you the initial things. I won't go through too much just because I don't want to eat up all your time. But for instance, I can say, like I could itemize every single thing. It'd be a long list. Okay, I don't want yellow. Let's change that to black. Okay. So we'll say, now let me just keep it simple. I'm keeping it generic. Normally I would actually go into the specifics, but graphics, and then maybe I'll just do a dash. I feel like I should. What kind of graphics? So the driver or the car, the tree, cloud. What else? Star. Those all came star graphics. They all came from scratch. And also I would probably say a lot of the sound effects did, but again I'd have to go through the list of them all. Well, one thing is I didn't put in music for the level, but anyway, that's okay. I could show you how to do that too. Let's say background music. I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to do it. I'll just show you. From scratch. And then I could also do my own things like the... actually, I'm going to go all other graphics. Graphics and sounds. Mr. Atkins. And now, once I've typed all that in, when I click off it here, just once off, I can resize if I want to, if I think, and I can also move it around. Although I'm feeling like that's a little too big. I want to fill the screen, but I don't want it to go too much bigger. So something like that. It's looking like it'll fit on the screen. I'll make it just a tiny bit. There we go. Okay, so and then on here, if I grab it by the text, I can actually position it where I want it to be. I think I want it to be right there. Okay, the cloud and the trees might be in different locations, but that's okay. I could also center things, but for now I think this is okay. So now it's locked in there. Okay. Now, how will I get this to actually? Well, I said I was going to scroll it. So let me show you how you do that. So you go to the code of this, and let's just first set up when you don't want the credits to roll off the start. So for the looks, you're going to hide them at the start. Let me zoom in. Okay, and then you only want this to actually happen when credits need to happen. Now, I would suggest after you win the game is a good time to roll the credits because you feel good about the game. So let's go to actually where the win screen happens. That's in your backdrop. When I receive you win, switch to backdrop, you win. Now maybe we'll stay on you win for just a little bit of time, and then we'll go to credits. So go to control, we'll wait a second, and then we'll broadcast. And I'm going to broadcast a new message, and this is, I'm going to say roll credits. Okay, so now in roll credits, after I roll credits, I could create it when I receive roll credits, change the backdrop, but I can also just throw it at the end of this. So I'm going to say switch to backdrop credits. Okay, now this one here, when I receive, and by that I mean sprite 2, which I'm going to call credits. Okay, so when the green flag is clicked, hide, and when I receive credits, or roll credits, I am going to actually go to location. I think I want to start them low. What if I started way down here? So that would be go to that location, and then I'll have them scroll up. So I could use, in this case, I could use the glide. So I'm going to move it up. I'm going to grab it by the very bottom of it. I think I want to have it just go right to here, right to the top of the screen, maybe right here. Yeah, I mean, it could have it go all the way out, but for now, I think I'll just go up to here and stop. And so I'll say glide to that location. Glide 1 second. Let's just see what that looks like. Ooh, that's fast. Let's glide a little bit slower. Glide 2 seconds. Yeah, that's better. I noticed that it's traveling in the Y direction, or sorry, in the X direction. So I'm going to just change it to 11 there. And that way I'll just go straight up instead of like slowly moving to the side. Okay. Now after it goes to the very top, yeah, my game's just going to be done there, and then you can click the green flag to go. You could put some instructions, click the green flag, or like, you know, go to level 2, or, you know, there's lots of options after this point, but for now that's all it's going to do. So the only other thing is I'd like to have some music. So maybe in driver, not that it needs more things in here, but let's go to sounds. Oh yeah, it's got so many sounds. Maybe I'll put this in platform. Yeah, in platform, we're going to go and choose a sound. So here you want to have a loop. So if you click on loop, so these are actual little bits of songs. So you want to get the vibe that you want for driving. And I don't know what's going to be good. Yeah, I want... I don't know. Okay, I'm just going to pick one here. I'm just going to pick the first one here. And let's go to the code, and I'll just show you how to put it in here. You might get really annoyed by having this sound in here all the time, but you can decide whether you want it or not. When I receive, so again, I'll zoom in a bit. When I receive level 1, I just want to play the song. Now, if I go just start the sound, it's just gonna, and then I put in a repeat, it'll just try to keep playing the start of it. I don't want that. I want to actually play it right to the end each time. So go until done, and then I'll repeat that. Repeat until, and we're gonna repeat until the level changes. So almost done here, but that's gonna be under sensing. You're going to sense to see if the backdrop of the stage is equal to, I think, or is not equal to 3. Let's put that in. So not, so the backdrop of the stage, sorry, I'm not really saying all the words here, is not equal to 3. Now, in order to do this, you probably want to put a small delay in there. Doesn't have to be a full second, but I find that sometimes if you don't put that delay in, it'll run this code before the other code, before it switches backgrounds. So that's why I put a delay of 1 second. But I'm going to change that to 0.5. It should be enough time. So now, actually, maybe wait a whole second, because the starting is the startup of the engine, so might work out real nice here. Ooh, I'm actually feeling like maybe 1.5. I really want the engine noise to be kind of almost done before the music kicks in. Yeah, I like that. Nice. And now that will keep repeating and repeating. And if you get really tired of that sound, and actually I would like the sound to be quieter, so I wonder if I can change the volume, set volume to, and I'm hoping this is it should be the independent volume. I'm going to go to 25%. Let's just try that. Yeah, just nice in the background. Maybe it could go up to 30 or 40%, but it's a nice background music. Beauty. Okay, now this is going to go until you get to your game over, and then it might still play, and it'll probably just keep playing until it's done its thing. So it's not ideal. You could set it up to cut off abruptly, but for now I'm just going to leave it like this. Okay, so now you should have a game. I guess I should win this game just so that we can see that the credits come down, and then that's it. I'll show you one more thing after. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the reason why I'm this tiny thing is because I kept on getting hit by the drops. Okay, I won. Oh, you know what? Why did it go to the yellow? Oh, it went to the yellow. Little credits. It should go to the win. You win thing. Here. First, let me fix obviously there's a glitch where the driver gets too small. So, we're actually going to set its size to 100% at the start of the game. In the code somewhere here. Maybe at the very start here. It goes to that location. Yeah, I think we should do it there. So we're going to go to looks, and we're going to change the size to set size to 100%. We're going to do that just before we show it. So now when I click on the game, it should be fine. Okay, so I'm going to try to win this again. Oh. So you win. Goes to this. Now why are the credits not playing? Did I not tell it to show? My goodness. Okay, so if you go back to your credits, you need to click on between the go to and the glide. You should show it. So now when it receives it, it'll roll the credits. All right, one last attempt here, and then we'll be done. Oh, now, why did I drop down? It's because unbelievable. All the text is black, and remember that's the color that we make it drop. So the credits should not be black. They should in fact, be any other color. Now I don't know if I can. I'm gonna try change that. Just change it. Oh yeah, nice. Okay, that's good. I thought I'd have to do every single word. Let's just make them a nice dark blue. Okay, and now that should be fine. Okay, one more thing. I'm just curious to know that it works. One more thing is I'm going to show you how to share your game if you want to hand it in. Oh my goodness. And then you can either share the file itself or just a link to it, because I should be able to, or not necessarily a link, but I should be able to find it. Okay, so up here you want to click on share. Okay, after it's saved. Hopefully I forgot to save it there, but anyway, so now this is shared with anyone. I can say for instructions, use the arrow keys to move and the up arrow to jump. Okay, and that should be it. Platform Racer 2 is okay. That's and now if I go to my stuff, I should have Platform Racer 2 here, and it's shared. Okay, so now if I tell people to search my name, my username is Daniel Adkins up here. So you're gonna have to tell me your name, your username that is, and then the name of your actual game. I should be able to find it if it's shared. The other way would be, let's go back to it, is you can actually download the video, and we've done that before, right? You go to File, you go to save as a copy. No, sorry, save to your computer. So click on that, and then it'll give you an SB3 file. If you send me that one, if you upload that one to our Google Classroom, I'm going to create an assignment where you can submit your thing. Then you can, I can use the .sb3 and I can upload it, and I can take a look at your video game. So hopefully that helps. Anyway, get all your stuff handed in by Wednesday, and next week I'll send out a new activity to do for fun. Okay. Hope you had a good time making your games.